Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you were there? Or opened your laptop, stared at the screen and thought, what was I about to do? That's working memory in action, or sometimes in inaction. And if you're neurodivergent, chances are you'll know this experience really well. Hi, I'm Lucinda Curran, and here on Different and Loving It, we talk about what it really feels like to live with an AuDHD brain and how we can make life work with our differences instead of fighting them. Today, we're diving into working memory, what it is, how it feels, and the practical strategies that can actually help. What is working memory? Working memory is like the brain's sticky note. It's a system that holds information just long enough for you to use it. For example, remembering a phone number while you type it in, or holding the first step of a recipe while you move on to the second. The trouble is, sticky notes don't always stick. For many autistic and ADHD people, working memory is slippery. It's like writing in pencil on a foggy window. The information fades before you can use it. And that doesn't mean we're lazy or careless. It's just the way our brains are wired. What it feels like inside. From the inside, a working memory slip can feel like a thought vanishing mid-sentence, like a soap bubble popping. Starting to explain something and suddenly, blank. A rising sense of panic, like, wait, I knew this 2 seconds ago. Where did it go? And for me, it can feel like static filling my brain, or a slippery fish that I can't quite grab. And these moments don't just happen at work or school. They show up everywhere. Finding my cup of tea next to the kettle some hours later. Losing track of chores halfway through. Missing steps in a conversation because you're still holding on to the last thing someone said, often needing something clarified. It can be embarrassing, overwhelming, and sometimes even isolating. My story with working memory. When I was diagnosed AuDHD, so much clicked into place. Suddenly, I understood why I've always needed systems, diaries, reminders, notes, whiteboards, just to stay on top of everyday life. It's not that I don't care. It's that without supports, things slip. There have been many times where it felt like my working memory was either on strike or between jobs. Here are some supports that help me. If I don't write appointments straight into my diary, they're gone. I leave visual cues around my house, like putting library books by the front door, so I trip over them on the way out. Without these little hacks, I'd constantly feel like I was failing. With them, life flows more smoothly when my memory is between tasks, if you know what I mean. Tips that actually help. If you struggle with working memory too, here are some tools that can make a real difference. Externalize everything. Don't rely on your brain to hold it. Write it down. Set reminders. Use calendars. Treat your phone or notebook as an extension of your memory or your brain. Use visual cues. Objects in a space can act as a reminder. For example, leaving a reusable bag on the doorknob so you don't forget to take it. Break tasks down. Instead of holding all 5 steps of a task in your mind, just focus on the next one. Post-it notes or checklists are brilliant for this. Chunk time. Use timers to break work into 15 or 20-minute chunks. Less working memory load equals less overwhelm. And a Pomodoro timer is perfect for this. Build routines. The less you need to remember what to do, the easier life gets. If you always put your keys in the same bowl, that's one less demand on your memory. Reflection for you. Does any of this sound familiar? Have you found yourself blaming laziness when it's actually your working memory at play? Take a moment to notice where working memory trips you up and imagine what supports might make those moments easier. Working memory challenges aren't a flaw. They're just part of how some brains work. And when we understand that, we can stop beating ourselves up and start building supports that work for us. So if you've got favourite memory hacks, whether it's apps, notes, or quirky reminders, share them in the comments below. Let's pool ideas and make life a little easier together. And if you'd like more videos on the lived experience of autism and ADHD, sensory strategies and practical supports, subscribe and join me here on Different and Loving It. Because being different isn't broken. It's just another way of being human.